So I know you said you didn't do a lot of acrylics in school, but I would like you to start practicing them so you can take on acrylic clients soon. Sure thing. I'll bring in my mannequin hand to practice.
Can I paint the nails on your mannequin?
You know, I have a client coming in like 5, so sure, why not?
Thanks.
All right, I finished with my client, and she still got my mannequin hand. Guess I'll just practice acrylics later. Okay, I have a gel mani first thing this morning. Whoa, my station is disheveled. My acrylic liquid and all of my acetone are completely empty. My gel top coat is missing. My cleanup brush is absolutely destroyed. And, my mannequin hand. Okay, I know I'm using thing as a prop here, but like, my mannequin hand was like caked in acrylic and uncured gel and just sparkles everywhere. So just use your imagination. You good? Yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff at my station is either empty or really dirty, and I know it's because the other tech's kid was playing with my stuff the other day. Yikes. Yeah, needless to say, I don't want her playing with my things anymore. I'm just gonna put all of the stuff that I don't want people touching in the drawers and then write a note that specifically says, please do not touch the items in the drawers. Alrighty, aside really quickly to kind of explain my schedule and what was going on. I was working at the salon part-time. I was working Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays, which meant that the other 3 days of the week, Sundays were my only days off, I was working at my grocery store job, which meant that there was a day in between every day I was working at the salon that I was not there to monitor my things. I was required to provide all of my own implements, my own nail drill, my mannequin hands, everything like that. All of that stuff I brought in myself, but the products at the salon, like the polishes, the acetone, alcohol, stuff like that, that was provided by the salon. However, I did not like coming into the salon after a day off, seeing that a bunch of my stuff had been used, was missing, and was empty. Okay, back to the show. Back at my house having dinner after a day at the salon. Hey, I just saw the note you left on your station. Is there something going on that I'm not aware of? Yes, I came in today and a few of my bottles were empty, my gel top coat was missing, and my mannequin hand was completely gunked up with product. I decided I don't want anyone using my stuff anymore. Jordan, you cannot be territorial like that in my salon. The acrylic liquid is mine. The acetone is mine. The gel products are mine. You can't just say that we can't use them. The tech's kid just wants to play and be like the big girls. She's like a daughter to me. The kids aren't allowed to play with acrylic or gel products, only the regular products. Also, you talked about this with a coworker and not me, and that is not okay. If there is a problem, you have to come to me. Also, leaving a note at your station is not the way to do things. At least that's how I imagine she typed it. I was just upset because I had a gel mani first thing and I was super unprepared because I had to go around, refill my bottles, and hunt down a top coat. I also felt bad because the top coat was brand new, you just gave it to me, and I already lost it. Okay, so what was broken? My mannequin hand was gunked up with product and my cleanup brush was destroyed. Fine, I'll get you a new mannequin and cleanup brush. That's not what I want. I just don't want the kids playing with the items at my station anymore. So you're making a big deal out of nothing then? This exchange happened a few years ago. I can't remember exactly. Want to know how I should have reacted though? Like for part 2. Hey, I just saw the note you left on your station. Is there something going on that I'm not aware of? Yes, I came in today and a few of my bottles were empty, my gel top coat was missing, and my mannequin hand was completely gunked up with product. I decided I don't want anyone using my stuff anymore. Jordan, you cannot be territorial like that in my salon. The acrylic liquid is mine. The acetone is mine. The gel products are mine. You can't just say that we can't use them. The tech's kid just wants to play and be like the big girls. She's like a daughter to me. The kids aren't allowed to play with acrylic or gel products, only the regular products. Also, you talked about this with a coworker and not me, and that is not okay. If there is a problem, you have to come to me. Also, leaving a note at your station is not the way to do things. Wow, so much to unpack. First of all, I work every other day, which means that there are several days that I am not able to monitor my things, which is actually why I worded the note the way I did. Please do not touch the items in the drawers. They can sit at my station and paint their own nails if they want, but I do not want them touching my stuff. As for the products you claim are yours, you're right. You purchased them for use in the salon, and it is wrong of me to be so territorial over them being empty and missing. However, not only does the money for those products come from me and the other techs doing services for clients, but it is being wasted by children using them like toys. They may want to be like the big girls in the salon, but a professional salon environment where there are people working and clients having services done is not the place to do so. On the subject of them not being allowed to use gel or acrylic, they use them both all the time. I have witnessed them attempting to do a full set of acrylic on mannequins. So you are either willfully ignorant to that fact or you are not monitoring them nearly as closely as you should be. I talked about this with my coworkers because I was extremely frustrated and they agreed that it was ridiculous. And they actually helped me through the day because they saw the kid going to play with my stuff again and they redirected her attention so I could do my job. Clearly, coming to you would have made you hostile because that is exactly how you're being right now. As for leaving the note, like I said, I am not there every day. I cannot tell her not to play with my things. I have rescinded the permission that I gave to her to play with my things, and leaving a note was the only way I could think to make that clear when I am not there. Okay, so what was broken? My mannequin hand was gunked with product and my cleanup brush was destroyed. However, that's not to say that there won't be more damage should they continue to play with my things. Fine, I'll get you a new mannequin and cleanup brush. If you're going to allow children to play with your products like toys, then my suggestion would be to buy them their own mannequin hands and their own tools. I do not want you purchasing more for me because they clearly come with terms. So you're making a big deal out of nothing then? No, that would be you. I simply want my property to be left alone. And I think you being so hostile over this situation is an extreme overreaction on your part. Honestly, that text conversation was a very abridged version of the actual text conversation that we had. I do not have those texts anymore. I have my phone set to delete texts after 1 year. So sadly, this happened 2 years ago. I cannot show you the receipts or anything like that. This happened only 3 weeks after I started working there, and she got so livid with me for leaving a note on my station asking people not to play with my items. I gave the child permission initially because I am admittedly a pushover when it comes to kids. I have a hard time saying no to kids, especially kids that do not belong to me. So I told her to go ahead and play with it, especially because I did have a client coming in, so I wasn't going to be able to practice my acrylics anyway. What was ironic was that there were times when the kids would be playing with things, like they would be pulling gloves out of the glove boxes for pedicures, blowing them up like balloons and hanging them around the salon. And I legit heard the owner say, I don't think they realize that I have to pay for those. Yeah, you got to pay for the product that they're wasting too when they're playing with it. So the aftermath was I was literally bawling because this was, again, 3 weeks after I started working there. She got so angry and I thought I was going to get fired. Now, I should have and seriously considered quitting in that moment. However, I was looking for a clean escape because I guarantee had I quit in that moment, she would have stolen the items that I had at the salon. I bet you any amount of money, she would not have allowed me to come back to the salon to get my things and she would have kept them for herself. She was that type of person. So I did not trust that I would get to keep my property, stuff that I paid for, but also I was not convinced that she would give me my final paycheck. So I stayed, and unfortunately I stayed for about 5 months. And there was a lot of shit that happened in those 5 months. Also, please do not mind my outfit. I really didn't want to get changed for this, so I put the cardigan back on, but Figment stays, as he should.